How's it going, guys? All right, Raven, you are.
Can you just tell us a little bit about, what went into the decision with Spencer and starting him, what you've seen from him that led to that?
Yeah, just discussions with Coach and our coaching staff, and this week, it's Spencer's turn, and both guys are extremely capable. That's a good problem to have. We have two guys that are we have a lot of confidence in and that we trust. So this week is Spencer's turn.
What have you seen from him play-wise, ability-wise?
Yeah, I think since he came here in training camp, he showed his ability on, why, he was a highly touted guy coming out, but I think something about him that stands out is his humility and his work ethic, and he's a really good teammate. I think his teammates have a lot of respect for him.
How would you describe what his strengths are, like what he does best? What would you say?
Proprioception, just feeling the pocket around him, just feeling all five eligibles, things you can't coach.
The fact that he ends preseason, not as QB2, but now first opportunity, he catapults and becomes a starter in the situation. What has he done to show or grow in that manner to get that opportunity?
Yeah, well, truth be told, since training camp ended, there's very little opportunity for those guys. They have to make their hay on scout team, and they have to grind in the meeting room, and I would say both of them have been tremendous in that area, and they've made the most of their limited opportunities there.
That pocket feel is just something guys have. It's not coachable, or
you can coach everything. You try to coach everything, and I think that is a strength of his. Yeah.
Klint, with a young quarterback like this going, you kind of streamline what you're giving him for this game.
Yeah, try to pare things down for him. A great thing about him and Jake both is they're very intelligent guys that have, they've really grinded through these first 4 weeks of staying involved in the game plan, staying really heavily involved, and Coach Dinoco does a phenomenal job of getting with them early and late, and so I don't feel like we're having to dumb it down for him at all. I think he's fully capable of handling full game plan.
Was there a difference between who you wanted for backup, the game day backup, versus actually preparing for a game? Was there a reason Jake was technically QB2 for?
I think there was a lot of discussion that went into it, and I would just leave it to DA. I think there's been an ongoing discussion, a weekly thing, and I know DA has been very transparent with those guys throughout that it was going to be a week-to-week thing, and it still is.
How much do you think Spencer's mobility is going to open up a new element for the offense?
We'll wait and see. He's got to go play the game, and we'll just let his natural ability take over. We'll find out together.
What did you make of the way in college that Spencer was able to deal with kind of, he had different offensive lines last year, just kind of the ins and outs of the unpredictability of kind of how the season played out?
I don't know if I'm answering this right, but I would just say I think it is kind of cool when a guy has been in multiple programs and has had to leave a place and start over and earn the respect of their teammates and lead a new team. I think there's a lot to be said about that. It's definitely something I don't love about college football right now, that there's so much here today, gone tomorrow, but I think it definitely helps these young QBs out when they've had to do it at big-time programs. So I think that really helps in their maturity.
And he's had 42 college starts. Is that something that, can you see that experience watching him in practice and stuff?
Yeah, definitely. I think there's a level of maturity there. You have to, when you're on multiple rosters, you got to make new friends. Relate to a lot of different teammates, and you can tell that he's just comfortable in his own skin and comfortable talking to the guys and communicating, and just being one of the guys. I think he's got a really cool personality. Him and Jake both. Those guys are. When you're a quarterback, you got to be able to relate to the whole team, and you got to have a little moxie to you, and you got to have confidence. And Derek Carr, Spencer Rattler, and Jake Haener all have that.
Is that something you ever have to kind of sit down and kind of talk about, or is it all football?
If you do, I think you're in trouble. If you do something, you got to, hey man, I need you to be excited today and relate to your teammates, and and I'm being serious because you've been being around enough guys. It's just like me asking you, hey, to change your personality. Guys have a certain personality to lead and to be the be the front man of an organization. That's a real tough quality to have. Not everybody has. So I think it's something that, you know, God gives you. Your mom and dad help develop it, and then you develop it through college football. And so that's why all three of our guys have that.
Obviously, a lot of other people have final say on draft choices, but was Spencer someone that you and your staff identified as someone you guys really liked in that process?
Well, it all started with, you know, Jeff Ireland and Mickey Loomis, and our college scouts do such a great job, and we all work together, but we followed their lead. I think they do a great job, and I really enjoyed our draft process. Such a professional group, and whether it was Spencer or Tally or Bub Means, just really impressive group of college scouts that do their homework.
How long will the leash of leniency be with Spencer if things don't go well for him?
Yeah, you know, that's not something that I'm really worried about. I think we're worried about giving him success, and that's not something I want him to be worried about either. I want him to go play the game, and if you're worried about your leash and when you're coming out, if you make a mistake, I think you're going to be in trouble. And again, that's something that I think if you make it to this level and you're playing quarterback at this level, you're probably not worried about that, because you just got to have a little swag and you go play, and bad stuff happens, and go to the next down. You know, same with us as an offense. You know, lose some games, who cares? Nobody. We got to go to the next play, go to the next game, and we get a chance to do it. You know, 2 games in a couple days here, which is great therapy. So I'm looking forward to those 2.
How much swag does Spencer have?
He's got it. He's got some swag, man. He's got a natural easiness about him. He's comfortable in his own skin, and that could be said about Jake Hainer. He's got some swag too. You guys been out to training camp, see him lead some of those 2-minute drives, and see how fired up he gets, you know, ripping touchdowns. So really cool part of those 2 guys' personality.
Did you know, like, when did you first notice Spencer's swag? Like, is that something in the draft process that even comes out, or how does that kind of manifest?
I don't want to overplay the swag thing, you know. It's like, it's a nice thing to have, but at the end of the day, are you producing? And you could have my wet blanket personality, and it's about producing. Yeah, those guys got to produce, no matter if they, you know, no matter what their personality is.
Clint, for a rookie quarterback making his first start going up against this particular defensive play caller, guy who likes to throw a lot of blitzes, like what are the kind of challenges inherent in that?
Oh yeah, I think you got to definitely expect them to be aggressive. You know, they've got to play the Washington QB as a rookie. They got to play Bo Nix. So you got to see him play a couple rookies already, and they're such a good defense and talented and aggressive, and we're going to have our work cut out for us. I know Spencer will, but he's not going at it alone. It's a team deal.
What can a run game help a rookie quarterback in his first start?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, can help them a lot. Get the run game going, and that's whether it's a rookie or a veteran. But you know, as you know, as happened last week in KC, if it's not there, you better find a way to change it up real quick and get it going through the air. So a lot of different ways to win a game, and we got to be ready to run it, throw it, do it all.
Looking back at last week, what would you say was the challenge for the run game in getting it started?
Yeah, well, it's just one of those days where, you know, once you get down and you're not running it the way you want to, then you're down a score, down a couple of scores, and the game changes a little bit. The mentality changes, and so you're not able to stick with it as long. So, hey, Kansas City did a great job. Credit to them.
With the injuries on the offensive line, how concerned are you about keeping Spencer Rattler and protecting him?
Shoot, we're gonna go run our offense and do what we do and let him play, and we got enough talent to go get it done. So no, I'm not concerned. Excited about who we have, and you know, is there a lot of guys coming out of the roster? Yes. Are we alone in the NFL with that problem? No.
Clint, like when you lose your whole interior offensive line, like how much does that affect what you're calling? Like, do you have to do different things to protect against that? Like, how do you guys kind of deal with that?
Yeah, I think you're definitely making adjustments as the game goes, and you know, that's just part of coaching. That's part of football.
Clint, when you were talking earlier about we're going to find out together a little bit about Spencer. I mean, is there still, even all the preparation you put in, seeing him in practice, is there still, even for you all, an element of the unknown when you put a guy in a game for the first time?
Yeah, there is. But You know, I haven't met a whole lot of gamers. You know, what they do in practice is usually what happens on Sunday. And so that's why we're confident with this decision.
When you say when the running game's not there, are you talking mostly about the looks you're getting from the defense, or are you talking about, for whatever reason, the guys aren't just executing as well as you would like, or is it both? Or?
Well, it's all of that, and it's coaching, it's play calling, it's everything. It's a team game. As a team, we didn't get it done.
I think Derek talked after the game about, shot plays, there's gonna be shot plays in that game. Is that a KC thing? Was it just something you saw there, or what went into that?
Yeah, I think that's something that we talked about going into the game for sure. And there was some plays that we'd love to have back, but when you don't make those plays and it is 2nd and 10, you gotta go, move the ball on 2nd down. So and Kansas City did a great job of having a good plan, and we had our opportunities and didn't capitalize on them.
Thank you.
Thank you.